Hey everyone, Nikolopoulos here with episode 17 of Road to the Universe. So I haven't seen you guys for a couple of weeks. It doesn't matter, you haven't missed out on much. You haven't really missed out on anything. The only thing I've changed is I'm obviously a little deeper into my prep now. I get about 9 weeks out as of tomorrow. I've added a little bit more cardio. I've gone from 20 minutes a day up to 30 minutes a day in the morning on an empty stomach. I have taken out a little bit of carbs, not too much. I'm still taking in about 380 grams of carbs, which for me, in a contest prep, at this kind of stage in the past, I would have been eating roughly around about, I don't know, maybe 200 or less than 200 grams of carbs. So my brain function and my mental alertness is a lot better than what it's been in the past, and I'm still losing weight. Obviously, if I wasn't losing weight, I would have to take out more carbs or add more cardio or do something, but at the moment it's all working really well, and I put that down to eating so many carbs with Neil's programs in the off season. So he got my body used to eating a high amount of carbs, like 500 grams of carbs every day, and a lot of fats. And obviously now, to be able to diet and lose weight, I've still taken out a fair bit of carbs, and I'm losing weight because I'm in a calorie deficit, but I'm still eating a fair bit of food, so it's keeping me nice and full, and I feel good. So it's something that I haven't done in the past. Normally I'm starting to feel a little bit shitty by now, but I don't think that's going to happen for maybe another couple of weeks. So in terms of how I look, compared to how I've looked in other past preps around about this stage, I've put on a little bit of muscle. I'm a little fuller, a lot fuller than I normally am around about this time. And I'm not going to be worried about my prep. Like I send my photos to Neil every couple of days, and I think the way things are going, we're happy. We're making big changes. My weight isn't changing, but my body composition is getting better every few days. I'm losing body fat. The muscles are getting more visible, getting a little bit more separation. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing for now. Obviously, little things change along the way if the progress starts to slow down. But we're not going to get worried until roughly around about 7 weeks out. Maybe if things don't look like they're on track, or we're going a bit slow, obviously we'll start to change things a little bit more frequently after 7 weeks out. But I don't think that's going to happen. We're making really good progress at the moment, and we'll just keep taking it every few days at a time. Let Neil know how I'm feeling. If I'm flat, some days I'll be really flat, and I'll say to Neil, look, I'm posing and stuff today, and my legs look a lot smaller than normal. My arms aren't pumping up when I'm training. I'm not getting a good pump during my workouts. And we'll have like a refeed day. So I'll maybe add in another couple 100 grams of carbs, some fats, things like that, and then and see how I react to that. So we're pretty in tune now with my body and what's going on. And I think I'm just a lot more aware now of my own body. In the past, I always know like what to do, but I've never sort of been in tune with my body like I am now. So I think it's very important. Sometimes having coaches, all you do is just listen to what your coach says, and if something goes wrong, you text him, and what should I do here, what should I do there, and you kind of forget, what your body actually wants. And now I've sort of listened to my body a lot more. Yeah, I still run things by Neil, and he gives me the okay on things, but he needs me to be confident in saying, look, I'll ring him up and say, look, Neil, I'm definitely flat today. I didn't have the vascularity that I had the day before. I wasn't getting pumps while I was training, and I can definitely recognize that now, and it makes it a lot easier to work with someone when you're sure of yourself and you're not just sort of guessing. And with my body, I've found that if I do get flat and I keep training, I lose a lot of size really quick, especially like in my legs. If I'm really flat and I've strung myself on too many days with like a low carb or too much cardio or something, I don't even look like I lift weights. I lose a lot of size in my legs. So I'm on top of that, so it's good. I just realized that this training video is a chest video. We did chest in like one of the last training videos. sorry to give you guys the same kind of footage again, but there is a bit of a difference. There's a little twist. Rach, my girlfriend, got me to take my shirt off. So there's a couple of sets where you'll see me training without a shirt. And I don't mind training without a shirt. You guys can get on there and write whatever you want to write. You know, it's not the finished product. It's me training at, that was a couple of weeks ago, so it's almost, 10 and a half weeks out or something from the show. So I don't mind, because it gives you guys an insight into what I look like at different parts of the prep. In a couple of weeks' time, I'll do another video training a different body part. Maybe back. At least with back you can see a lot more going on if I take my shirt off. And you guys can follow the journey along. I'm not the kind of person that cares. If you guys want to write some negative things on there, if you think I'm fat or you think I look like shit, just put it there. I don't mind. Any criticism is good criticism. I take anything and everything in from anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you've been training for years and years. So that's it. That's the workout that's coming up for you guys, and I'll see you at the end. Alright, so chest workout today. So you guys saw that last time when I trained chest, I stuck to all of the barbell movements. So I do 1 week barbell, 1 week dumbbells, just to obviously change it up a little bit. Most people have one side of their body that takes over. For me, it's my right side. But it's kind of weird because my right side takes over, yet my left side has better development. I don't know why it's like that. Even when I do biceps or anything, my left arm is bigger, but my left arm is weaker, and it's quite a bit bigger too. I think my left arm's almost an inch bigger than my right arm. So big difference there. That's why I like to do the dumbbells as well with all of my weaker muscle groups, or the smaller side. And either try to get a couple more reps on that side, or just really focus, on the weaker side a lot more, squeezing the muscle, just putting a lot more concentration into it. So today I chose to do the dumbbell workout. Dumbbells are really good, guys. I find dumbbells, obviously, because you're not locked into the position of grabbing a bar, you get a much better chest workout, I find. You probably, definitely can't go as heavy. But in terms of being able to just press with your chest, I don't feel it in my front delts. My shoulders are free to move where they want to go. So I find it to be a very safe and very effective movement, especially because you can bring the dumbbells together at the top as well, just to get that contraction in the pecs. So absolutely love dumbbells. I can't push you guys enough to do dumbbells, but at the same time, the barbells obviously have their place as well. But I wouldn't just stick to the barbell. Like I said before, your strong side's always kind of going to take over. So just doing it week by week, 1 week on, 1 week off, that's what I've always done. And my chest isn't too bad. So these dumbbell presses, I warmed up. I did like the 12.5 kilo dumbbells, 22.5 kilos, but I'm not taking anything to failure. I think it's very important when you're warming up not to take the sets to failure. Just get a feel for it. I usually do maybe 8 to 10 reps on the 12.5s, maybe 8 reps on the 22s, same on the 32s. The 42s I might do 6 kilos, 6 reps. The 52s I might do the same, maybe 6 reps, and then I'll go straight up to my working set. So my working set today with strict form, obviously. I always like to keep my form as strict as possible. I did these 57.5 kilo dumbbells for about 4 working sets. I'm not going to show you guys every set, but you'll see I did 4 working sets of, I think the first set I got close to 15. I'll have to replay this video after I've done the voiceover and actually count the reps, but I thought I got close to 15 on the 57.5 kilo dumbbells for the first set. And then, it drops down a fair bit from there. I might lose about, 3 to 4 reps. That's pretty normal for me, and I think that's a good way to gauge as well on how hard you're kind of pushing yourself. Because if you're getting the same reps every time you're training, then that's not necessarily a good thing. If you're getting the same reps on every set for 4 sets, then I would be pretty inclined to tell you that you haven't pushed yourself hard enough on those working sets. It's very hard for me to get the same amount of reps if I push myself, to failure on each of those working sets. So the shirt is off. Rach got me to take my shirt off. I had a bit of a think about it, but because I'm not really in great shape at the moment, but I just like, you know what, you guys, good for you guys to see sort of where I'm at. I was almost 11 weeks out when we took this video, so you guys get to see what I look like at this stage in my prep. And then, like I said earlier, in a few weeks we'll do a couple other videos. You guys can see what's going on. So then I went over to these flat dumbbell presses. Now, there was no real need for me to go into doing light warm-up sets here. I did like 4 to 5 sets of the heavy incline dumbbell presses. So everything is really warm. That's why I just pretty much got the 42.5 kilo dumbbells and just picked them up. So, and then after the set, I obviously hit a couple of poses, make sure my chest is still there. Yeah, it's still there. Good. You've always got to have a look at what you're doing. A lot of people think bodybuilders are cocky when they're looking in the mirror. Maybe some are. I know a lot of bodybuilders that are complete dickheads. But I like to, if the video wasn't on, normally I would train without my shirt anyway. It's my gym. There's no one up there. There's no one to offend. There's no one to make, I'm not going to make anybody feel uncomfortable. But I do like to see what I'm doing. I think it makes a difference. I like when I'm training back, I like to look at the areas of my back that I'm trying to hit. I don't know, it might be mental, but I like to see what's going on. Even when I'm not in shape, I still like to see the muscles working and see exactly what's happening. So then I changed over. The next exercise I did, the third exercise, was these incline partials, you would call them, where I've made up some special little stops for my Smith machine. Some of you guys have probably got Smith machines in your gym that already have them fitted to it. I didn't, so I made them. I made them myself, and I can pretty much slide them wherever I want in on the side of the Smith machine, and that'll stop the bar. So these incline presses, I start the set from a complete static position down the bottom, and I try to not put it too low. Put it in just the right spot so that I'm just pushing up and powering up with my pecs. So that's a really good movement that I've seen people do. So every single rep, when it comes down the bottom, you actually let it sit on the stops, complete pause, and then you just power up, explode up with your pecs. So my power movements were pretty much done after those three pressing movements. So then from there, I went on to a fly. So many different ways to do flies. I don't like to come all the way out with my flies. It's I like to do more of like a press / fly. I'll just drop my elbows down, open up my chest, and then just come in and squeeze my pecs. If I come out to the side, I just feel it a lot on my on the inside of my bicep, on my shoulder. It just doesn't feel good. So pay attention to the flies, guys. Some of the ways that people think that the wider they go with the flies, the better it is. I think that just puts a lot of stress on the attachments and doesn't actually give you a good a workout on the muscle. So did my flies there. Everything that you guys see, I usually do roughly 4 to 5 working sets. And I've always done that. 4 to 5 working sets, off-season, pre-contest, it really doesn't matter at all. So yeah, at the end of that, I just got onto the dumbbells there, did some push-ups, just pump a little bit more blood into my chest. And then to finish the pecs, I hit some cable crossovers. So I'm trying to hit lower pecs now. Pretty much everything I've done this whole workout was upper pecs besides the flat bench. So that's why I've opted to go for these cable crossovers, bringing them to the bottom, not in front of my face. So I'm just trying to hit the side of my pecs and lower pec as well. So this workout, very basic. You guys are never going to see like a really crazy workout from me with 100 different exercises, drop sets and all that sort of thing. That's just not how I usually train. If I do the Y3T week 3, I do that kind of thing, but it's not very often. So that's it. That's the workout. So there you go, episode 17, done and dusted. Another workout done. another day closer to my goal of this Mr. Universe competition. So the days are still going quick, but I do find as I get closer to the comp, the days start to go a little bit slower, especially because the energy levels get a little bit lower. You're not eating as much food, so the days tend to start to drag a little bit when I get closer to the comp. But obviously, I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date with all these videos. You're going to come along for the journey, which is really cool. This is something I haven't done before. This is a major comp for me. I've seen some of the guys I'm competing against, or I've heard of them. I'm up against a lot of past NABBA champions, even a couple of guys that have won it, multiple times or a couple of times. So, this is just a massive experience for me. I'm going to do everything in my power, obviously, to be the best that I can be. Whatever happens on the day, happens on the day. You guys hear me say that all the time. That's the only thing I have control over is myself, and I'm going to make sure that I'm very, very hard on myself, and that I get the most out of my body that I can possibly get. So don't forget, subscribe to the Massive Joe's channel, guys. Stay up to date with the series, stay up to date with everything the guys are doing. Summer is approaching. There's going to be so much, there's a lot of new apparel, a lot of cool stuff that you guys are going to have to keep your eyes out for. It hasn't quite dropped yet. But until then, there's all the throwback singlets, the basketball jerseys, the t-shirts, basketball shorts, everything that bodybuilders feel comfortable in wearing. So the Massive Joe stuff, really, truly, guys, it's awesome stuff to train in. That's all I train in is the Massive Joe's basketball shorts and the singlets and things, just because that's what I like to wear. I don't like to wear tight t-shirts and things while I'm training. I know some of you guys probably do, to make your 17-inch arms look like 25-inch arms, but I always just like to wear nice and loose clothing. So. Not that what I'm wearing does me any favours. This isn't exactly the loosest t-shirt, but it is a double XL, so give me a break. I've grown into a double XL, so that was one of my life achievements, was to fill out a double XL. Yes, done. Next goal is to win another Mr. Universe. Alright, I'll see you all in the next episode.